Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my December TBR. Oh no. And this is basically the end of November and December TBR. Some I've already read, so I just left them off, but oh man, we're going to be talking about all the books that I want to read for the Goodreads Choice Award videos that I'm doing. It's not great. It's really not good. There's no books here because there's too many. There's too many. This is going to be a rapid fire video of telling you all the books that I'm trying to read, and it's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a disaster. There are a few that I have here that are not part of that I do want to read, and I'll show you those first. But then we are going to rapid fire off what I'm doing because I have made a very poor choice that I am going to be trying to read all of the young adult fantasy category and all of the mystery thriller category. Originally, I was not going to do mystery thriller, but then I was like, I want to do it. I want to do it. And even though the Goodreads Choice Awards ends December 6th, I am going to continue reading them until I read at least most of them. Like, there are some that I would be okay not reading, but otherwise I will be reading them. And I do want to do a video at the end of December where I read the winners from all the categories as well. I don't know what I'm doing to myself. This seems idiotic. I'm not going to get through half these books. I'm not going to get, I'm not going to get through half these books. My TBRs never come true, but I'm doing okay. I'm not doing great, but I'm doing okay. But anyway, the two books that I want to read that are actually not part of Goodreads, but I do really want to read them in December at some point. I would like to read The Dead Take the A Train because it just sounds cool. I love Cassandra Clare's books. I gave The Salt Grows Heavy 5 stars earlier this year. It will be on my favorite books of the year list. And I also like Nothing But Black and Teeth, which is shocking, I know. Most people did not like that one. It has one of the lowest ratings on Goodreads, but I actually really liked it. I gave it 3.75. I thought it was really fun and creepy, and I really want to read her next book, The Dead Take the A Train. This was on the 50% off table at Books A Million, so I was like, well, looks like I'm getting it. And then the other one is actually one that my husband picked out, Thieves Gambit. This sounds so good. It is a brand new release. It sounds so good. I do think this may be in the Goodreads young adult fiction category. I don't know, I'd have to double check, but I do think it's in there, so technically it counts in there. Let's hope this wins because then I can read it. I'll already have read it potentially, but I really want to read this one. This is Competition with Thieves, and it just sounds so cool, and my husband picked it out, and I agree with him. I think I'm really gonna like this one. Okay, so those are the two that are like not on my Goodreads list, but now let's rapid fire go through the rest of the books, and it is shocking. It is shocking. We're gonna keep a count at the bottom of how many books that I'm supposed to read. Starting with the books that I already read that were a part of this list, This Woven Kingdom, which again I'm counting because technically it is a end of November into December reading TBR. So I read This Woven Kingdom, I read The Housemaid's Secret, and I read The Coworker in this past week. I actually did a really, really good job. So I have read 3 that I was meaning to read. I'm still counting them because I'm doing this after I started my TBR. So I'm counting it. We're 3, 4, so many, so many. All right, let's start with the I have my computer right here. That's what I'm reading from. Let's start with the young adult fantasy science fiction category, which there is no science fiction, so just pretty much fantasy category. So we need to read House of Roots and Ruin, which I do have upstairs. I need to read Belladonna and Foxglove because Foxglove was nominated, but I haven't read Belladonna yet. I need to read Spice Road, which I have upstairs. I need to read Foul Lady Fortune, Last Violent Call, and Foul Heart Huntsman, because Foul Heart Huntsman was nominated and I have not read the previous 2 books. Song of Silver Flame Like Night, Silver in the Bone, Powerless, which I actually have right here. Boom, I can show you that one at least. Delicious Monsters, Blood Debts. This is the hard one. I want to reread Serpent and Dove. I need to read Blood and Honey, Gods and Monsters, and then The Scarlet Veil, because I know I can probably read The Scarlet Veil without reading the other ones, but I'm a completionist. I have to read the first series first. What the River Knows, Bring Me Your Midnight. I do have House of Marion. So those are all of the fiction or young adult fantasy books that I need to read. My original idea is that I wanted to read it before December 6th. Insane. Literally insane. I don't know. I feel like that's idiotic behavior because I'm also doing like vacation stuff. There's literally no way. There's like 4 days in December and at the end of November where I will get no reading done. So there's no way. Okay, moving on to mystery. I have way less to read for the mystery category because I'm not reading, what was it? Oh yeah, I'm not reading Chain of Thorns. Chain of Thorns was in the young adult fantasy, but I have like 7 books I would have to read for that. So I'm not counting Chain of Thorns. And then I'm not doing the Thursday Murder Club series because I think the 3rd one or 4th one was nominated, but I actually DNF'd that series. I did not like that series. So that one will not count either. But the ones that I have left in mystery thriller, because I've read way more of those, I've read quite a few, so I will be able to not have to read a lot of them. But I have Homecoming, The Maid's Diary, All the Sinners Bleed, Bright Young Women, Don't Let Her Stay, None of This Is True, The Leftover Woman, The River We Remember, Happiness Falls, and Good Bad Girl. So those are all the books that I want to read. It is quite a few. If my count is right, it looks like 28, 29, 30, 31. I read 3 of them, so about 28 books that I want to read at the end of November into December, and that would be the most books that I have ever read in a month. So I don't think that's happening. I am okay, like if the Scarlet Veil does not make it into the final round, I'm cutting all those out. I'm cutting that whole series out. So that is a big thing. Like I could cut out quite a few books. If they're part of a series, I probably will cut them out if they don't make it farther in. We'll see. I am nervous. And I think it ends like the 26th, so I have like 4 days before I know if I can cut anything out. But yeah, I am quite nervous. There's like The Leftover Woman, because it's about children, I would be okay if that one doesn't make it. I probably won't read that one. But otherwise, I basically want to read pretty much everything on this list. So, and Happiness Falls, I don't think is a thriller mystery really. That one, if it doesn't make it, but I think it's gonna make it because a lot of people read it. If that one doesn't make it, I probably wouldn't read that one either. But otherwise, so many books to read. But yeah, that is my end of November, December TBR. Some people had been asking about what books I was going to be reading for the Goodreads Choice Awards. So there it is. Those are all the books that I'm reading. It's gonna be a mess. The vlogs are gonna be so bad. How I'm doing the vlogs is I'm just gonna be reading the book and I'm just gonna give you my thoughts on it. I'm not doing a whole reading vlog for it. It's just gonna be, okay, I read this one, this is what I thought about it, and reordering my order of what I think they should be. So that's kind of how I'm gonna do it this year, because doing a whole reading vlog for 2 of them would be a nightmare. Be a nightmare. But I'm gonna have some other reading vlogs and other things going on, so we'll see. But that is everything that I have for my end of November, December TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to let me know down below if you have any books that you're planning to read in November and December, and just list them out. I would love to see what you guys are reading. And if you're gonna read anything for the Goodreads Choice Awards before the finale, happens. So anyway, that's everything that I have for you today. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of me reading all these books and everything. And I will see you guys in the next video.